Hey everyone, welcome back. So great to see you here. I am Michael.
And I am Lisa. And last time at the end of our money and budgeting video, we made you a promise.
We said next time we are going to talk about shopping in English, and here we are.
Yes, today is all about shopping, how to ask for prices, how to compare products, and my personal favorite, how to ask for a discount.
Whether you are shopping at a market, a clothing store, an electronics shop, or even online, you need this English, and by the end of this video, you will have it.
We will have a real conversation, teach you key phrases, explain vocabulary, and give you a fun challenge at the end. So stay with us the whole way through.
Let us go.
Before we start shopping, let us learn 10 essential words for this topic. These are words you will use again and again. Price, the amount of money something costs. What is the price of this jacket? Cost, how much you pay for something, verb or noun. How much does this cost? Afford, to have enough money to buy something. I cannot afford this right now. Receipt, a printed or digital proof of purchase. Can I have a receipt, please? Discount, a reduction in the original price. Is there a discount on this item? Sale, a period when items are sold at reduced prices. Everything is 30% off, it's on sale. Bargain, something very good value, cheap for its quality. This bag was only $10. What a bargain. Refund, money given back to you after returning an item. I would like a refund for this, please. Exchange, swapping an item for a different one. Can I exchange this for a larger size? Browse, to look around a shop without buying immediately. I'm just browsing, thank you.
10 words: price, cost, afford, receipt, discount, sale, bargain, refund, exchange, and browse. Keep those in mind. Notice that price and cost are similar but used differently. Price is usually a noun. The price is $20. Cost can be a noun or a verb. The cost is $20, or how much does it cost? Both are correct and natural. Part A, arriving at a store and browsing. Good morning, welcome. Can I help you today?
Hi, thank you. I'm just browsing for now, but I might have some questions in a moment.
Of course. Take your time. Just let me know if you need anything.
Actually, could you tell me, are there any sales on at the moment?
Yes, we have a summer sale right now. Everything in this section is 20% off, and these jackets here are buy one, get one half price.
Oh, that is great timing. I've been looking for a new jacket. Buy one, get one half price. This is a very common promotion phrase. You'll also hear BOJOF, buy one, get one free. Another one, 2 for the price of 1. These are all ways shops offer deals.
This olive green one is really popular. It just came in last week.
Oh, I like it. Can I try it on?
Absolutely. The fitting rooms are just over there on the left. Try it on is the phrase for testing clothes before buying. Fitting room or changing room. Both words are used. In American English, you usually say fitting room. In British English, changing room is more common.
Thank you. I'll go try it on. I love it. It fits perfectly. How much is it?
The original price is $80, but with a 20% sale discount, it comes down to $64.
That is a good deal. I'll take it. Asking about price in detail. Okay, so in that scene, we heard some natural ways to ask about price. Let's break those down.
There are many ways to ask how much something costs. Here are the most common ones. How much is this? Most common, natural, works everywhere. How much does this cost? Slightly more formal, also very common. What is the price of this? Formal, good in shops or with a catalog. Could you tell me the price of this? Polite and formal, great for customer service. Is this on sale? Asking if there is a discount. How much would this be with a discount? Asking for the final discounted price. In English shops, it's completely normal to ask about price. You will never offend anyone by asking. In fact, shop assistants expect it. Do not be shy, just ask. And when a shop assistant tells you the price, here are natural ways to respond. That is reasonable. You think the price is fair. That is a great deal. You think the price is very good. That's a bit steep. Steep means expensive. You think it's too much. I will think about it. Polite way to say you are not ready to buy. I will take it. You have decided to buy it. Steep is a great informal word for expensive. You can say, $50 for a t-shirt? That's a bit steep, isn't it? It sounds very natural in conversation. Comparing two products. Can I help you find something?
Yes, please. I'm looking for a new pair of wireless headphones. I've narrowed it down to these two models, but I'm not sure which one to choose.
Great choice. These are both very popular. What's most important to you? Sound quality, battery life, or price?
Honestly, I care most about sound quality, but I also don't want to overspend.
Okay, so this first model, the XP200, is priced at $79. It has excellent sound and a battery life of about 20 hours. It's lightweight and folds up for easy travel.
And what about the second one?
The XP400 is $120. The sound quality is noticeably better. It has noise-canceling technology, which is great if you use it on public transport or in noisy environments. Battery life is 30 hours.
So the XP400 has better sound and longer battery, but it costs $40 more.
Exactly. The XP200 is great value for the price. The XP400 is a premium option. You're paying for the noise-canceling feature mainly.
I do use the subway every day, so noise canceling would be really useful. But $40 is a big difference.
We do have the XP400 in an older color, dark gray, for $105. Same features, just not the new color.
Oh, that's only $26 more than the XP200. That feels much more reasonable. I think I will go with the XP400 in dark gray. Notice how Jamie compares the two products step by step. Price, features, and personal needs. This is exactly how real shopping conversations work. Let's look at the comparing phrases Jamie used.
Key phrases for comparing products. The A is better than B in terms of sound quality, comparing a specific feature. The difference in price is $40, stating the price gap. A is better value for the price, good quality for the cost. Which one would you recommend? Asking for a suggestion. What is the main difference between the two? A great question to ask shop assistants. Is the extra cost worth it? Asking if the higher price is justified. I will go with the product. Making your final decision. Asking for a discount.
Excuse me, I love this ceramic vase. How much is it?
That one is $45.
$45. Is there any room to negotiate on the price?
Well, it is handmade, so $45 is already a fair price. But if you are buying more than one item, I can give you a small discount.
Actually, I was also looking at that bowl over there. If I take both, what would you do?
For both together, the vase and the bowl, I can do $70 instead of $80.
Could you make it $65? That would really help me out.
Let me think. All right, $68, and that's my final offer.
Deal. Thank you so much. You've been very helpful.
Negotiating a price is very normal in markets and independent shops. In large chain stores, the price is usually fixed and you cannot negotiate. But in markets, small shops, or when buying multiple items, it's perfectly acceptable to ask for a better price. The key is to be polite and friendly, never aggressive. Here are the most useful phrases for asking for a discount. Is there any room to negotiate? Politely asking if the price can change. Is this the best price you can do? Asking for the lowest possible price. Could you do it for amount? Making a specific counteroffer. Is there a discount if I buy more than one? Asking about bulk discount. Do you have any coupons or promo codes? Common for online shopping. Is there a student, senior, or member discount? Asking about special group discounts. That's a bit out of my budget. Any flexibility? Polite way to say it's too expensive. Deal. You've got yourself a deal. Agreeing to the price. Very natural. Part E. Returning and exchanging items.
Hello. I bought this sweat of yours 3 days ago, but unfortunately it has a small hole in it. I would like to return it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have your receipt?
Yes, I have it here. And the tags are still on. I haven't worn it.
Perfect. Thank you. Since it's a manufacturing defect, you have two options. A full refund or an exchange for the same item in a new condition.
I really liked the sweater, so I would prefer an exchange. Same style, same size. Do you have it in stock?
Let me check. Yes, we have one left in your size. I'll go get it for you.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Here you go. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I'll put a note on your account as well.
That is very kind. Thank you.
Key phrases for returns and exchanges. I would like to return this, please. The standard phrase. It has a defect or it is faulty. there's something wrong with the product. The tags are still on, I haven't used it. I have my receipt. Always bring your receipt for returns. Full refund, all your money back. Exchange, swap for a different item. Other useful return and exchange phrases. This doesn't fit. Can I exchange it for a different size? Asking for a size exchange. The color is different from the website photo. Complaint for online orders. It stopped working after 1 day. Reporting a product fault. What is your return policy? Asking about the rules for returns. How long do I have to return this? Asking about the return time limit. Can I get store credit instead of a refund? Asking for credit to use in the shop. Shopping online in English.
Okay, we've talked about shopping in stores, but so much shopping happens online now. Let's talk about that too.
Online shopping has its own vocabulary. Jamie, do you shop online a lot?
All the time. It's so convenient. But I've also had some problems. Things arriving late, wrong sizes, that kind of thing.
Same here. So let's go through the key vocabulary and phrases for online shopping. Add to cart, add to basket. Selecting an item to buy online. Proceed to checkout. Going to the payment page. Apply promo code. Entering a discount code. Estimated delivery date. When your package is expected to arrive. Out of stock. The item is not available right now. Back in stock. The item is available again. Track my order. Checking where your package is. My order has not arrived yet. Reporting a late delivery. The item was damaged in transit. Something broke during shipping. I received the wrong item. You got a different product than you ordered. In transit means your package is on its way. It's being transported. Damaged in transit means something went wrong during shipping. These phrases are very useful when writing to customer service online.
And if you need to contact customer service online, here are some phrases that will help. I'm writing to report an issue with my order. Opening sentence for customer service email. My order number is number. Always include your order reference. I would like to request a refund. Formal way to ask for your money back. Could you please update me on the status of my order? Asking for an update. I look forward to your response. Professional email closing phrase.
Now, let's talk about smart shopping, how to get the best value for your money. And of course, we'll teach you the English for each tip.
Tip 1. Compare prices before you buy. Don't just go to the first shop you see. Look around. The phrase is, I always compare prices before I commit to buying something.
Tip 2. Look for cashback and rewards. Many credit cards and apps give you money back on purchases. This is called cashback. I use a cashback card so I earn points on every purchase.
Tip 3. Shop at the end of the season. Clothes and items are heavily discounted at the end of each season. Winter coats are cheapest in February. Summer clothes are cheapest in August. I wait for end-of-season sales to buy expensive items.
Tip 4. Read reviews before buying, especially online. I always read customer reviews before I buy anything expensive. Look for phrases like highly recommended, good value for money, or warning phrases like poor quality or not as described.
Tip 5. Don't let sales pressure you. Phrases like limited time offer, only 3 left in stock, or this deal ends tonight are designed to make you buy quickly. Take your time. I never buy something just because it's on sale. I only buy it if I actually need it.
Tip 6. Keep your receipts. Always ask for a receipt, even for
Tip 6. Keep your receipts. Always ask for a receipt, even for small purchases. Could I have a receipt, please? If something goes wrong, the receipt is your proof of purchase. Proof of purchase. This is the document that proves you bought something. It is usually a receipt. Some shops accept a bank statement or email confirmation instead. Always ask what counts as proof of purchase for returns. Complete phrase review.
Let us do a full review of all the key phrases from today. Pause the video here and write these down, or screenshot the screen. Asking about price. How much is this? How much does this cost? What is the price of this? Is this on sale? How much would this be with a discount? Responding to a price. That is reasonable. That is a great deal. That is a bit steep for me. I will take it. I will go with this one. I will think about it. I need to think about it. That is out of my budget. Comparing products. What is the main difference between these two? Which one would you recommend? Is the extra cost worth it? This one is better value for the price. I will go with the product name. Asking for a discount. Is there any room to negotiate? Is this the best price you can do? Could you do it for amount? Do you have any discounts or promotions? Is there a discount if I buy more than one? Deal. You have got yourself a deal. Returns and exchanges. I would like to return this, please. I would like to exchange this for a different size. It has a defect. It is faulty. The tags are still on and I have my receipt. Can I get a full refund? What is your return policy? Online shopping. My order has not arrived yet. The item was damaged in transit. I received the wrong item. I would like to request a refund for my order. Could you please update me on the status of my order?
Before the viewer challenge, let's do one final quick role play together. This one puts everything together. Hi, I'm looking for a pair of running shoes. Do you have anything in size 9?
Yes, we have a few options. This white pair is $60 and this gray pair is $85.
What is the difference between them?
The gray ones have extra cushioning. They are better for long runs. The white ones are great for casual jogging.
I run about 5 kilometers every morning, so cushioning matters to me. Could you do the gray ones for 75?
I can do 80. That is the lowest I can go.
All right, 80 it is. Can I try them on first?
Of course. Fitting room is just around the corner.
They are perfect. I'll take them. And could I have a receipt, please?
Absolutely. Here you go. Enjoy your runs.
Thank you so much. You were very helpful. Did you notice how naturally all the phrases came together? Asking about the difference, negotiating the price, agreeing on a deal, asking for a receipt, all in one short conversation. That's the goal, to make these phrases feel automatic.
And now, our favorite part, the viewer challenge.
Here is what we want you to do. In the comments below, write a short shopping conversation in English, just 3 or 4 lines. Here's an example.
Customer, how much is this bag? Shop assistant, it is $50. Customer, is there a discount? Shop assistant, today only 10% off.
You can make up any scenario, a market, a clothing store, an electronics shop. Just use the phrases you learned today. We will read every single one.
And if you see someone else's conversation in the comments, respond to it. Practice the exchange. That's how you learn.
If this video was useful, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps other English learners find us.
And subscribe if you haven't already. We post new English lessons every week. Practical topics for real life.
Next time, we're going to talk about going to a restaurant in English, how to make a reservation, read a menu, order food, and handle the bill. That's going to be so useful.
We can't wait. Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and remember, every time you use English, you are getting better.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.